Finally, the 2023 Cricket World Cup is over and Australia are crowned the World Cup champions. 6 times champions, the Australians. Wow. But what are some takeaways from the Cricket World Cup, especially for us as West Indian fans? And so I come together with my top 3 takeaways. You can always share what is your top 3 takeaways from it. But the first one is home advantage. And India did a brilliant job of setting up their home advantage. If you just look at it, India, first of all, in the league stage, 9 matches, India had 6 of them played on a Sunday, where they had the whole crowd to come out and support them. You know, no one going to work and everything. India is the only team that had majority of their games played on a weekend, not just any weekend day, not the Saturday, 6 games on the Sunday, only 3 weekday games. Next thing that India did was the surfaces that they prepared for their opponent. Let's take a look at it. India played 1 game at Chennai and 1 game at Lucknow. Those are the 2 pitches that they're very spin friendly. If you watch IPL, you know that. And those are usually low scoring grounds in IPL. And look at the 2 teams that India gave those pitches to. So Australia played India at Chennai at the Chepauk, and in Lucknow they played England. 2 teams that traditionally cannot play spin, right? Now, of all the teams in the competition, only India got 1 game at Chennai, 1 game at Lucknow. And also look at the choice of teams that they gave to play right there. So if you look at it on other surfaces now where it's flat surfaces, they're able to out-muscle their opposition. Bengaluru, Dharamshala, they were just so selective in how they went about their opposition and you know, just selecting the right venue according to each opposition. And I think that is something that West Indies can take away, given that we are going to host the T20 World Cup right here in the Caribbean. So that means I hope some of us can forward this to some, you know, the director of Cricket West Indies or somebody. But come on, we cannot play India in the T20 World Cup in Guyana, where, you know, Guyana is very spin friendly, or in Trinidad. We gotta do better. We have to do better. Look at what India did. Make the most of your home advantage. Take advantage of it and dismantle your oppositions. Look at how much they beaten all their oppositions by. Australia beat them by what? 6 wickets. Afghanistan on a flat Delhi pitch. You'll never see India bring Afghanistan to Chennai or to Lucknow to play. No, they're going to bring Afghanistan with all their spin to Delhi on a flat Delhi pitch and beat them. No, you're not going to see India bring England to that flat Delhi pitch. No, what they did, they bring England to Lucknow pitch. So of course, West Indies, we have to make the most of our home World Cup. We have to be very selective. Which teams are coming with fast bowlers? You can't bring those teams to St. Lucia or to St. Kitts and so forth, right? We now have to strategize according to our oppositions. And also follow what the Indians did, please. That's all I'm asking. So we have the best chance of winning the World Cup. The second thing is how important it is to have a clarity in the style of play that the team want to have. You notice all the top 4 teams that made it through into the knockouts, all of them had a particular style of play. You look at the Indians, for example, Rohit Sharma, he would blast out the blocks, quick out the power play. He might only make 45 from 25 or 45 from 30 or 47 from 30, whatever the case may be. A lot of times in this World Cup it was 40 something from like 5 overs, 29-30 deliveries. That's a quick start. So Rohit's job was to get out of the blocks as quickly as possible. And then of course Kohli and Shreyas Iyer, they were the middle order rotators. They were the bankers. So they were allowed to strike at 90, 85, rotate the strike, keep it ticking over. That was their job. And then now Rahul was the stabilizer. If India lost the wicket early, because India play with an extensive tail, you notice Rahul, he can come in before the 25th over and he can he can play a very calm innings. He can just rotate the strike. And if he comes in after the 25th over, he can up the ante and accelerate strike at 130, 140. So KL Rahul was the perfect man suited for their number 5. And then, of course, they had Shreyas Iyer to do. Not Shreyas Iyer, I mean Surya Kumar Yadav to just close out the innings, get 10, 15 balls, and just try to score as many runs as possible batting at number 6. And pretty much their top 6 did all the batting. Then of course Jadeja and the bowlers, their role is really with the ball, right? So you notice India, they had a particular style of play at the top, and it pretty much worked right throughout the World Cup up until the finals. You notice the Australians, they have a heavy top 3 when they got the right set of players together. Remember Mitchell Marsh, Travis Head. Everything wasn't perfect for Australia at the start. They were all over the place. They didn't have their best 11 together. But by the time they got their best 11 together, Travis Head, David Warner, Mitchell Marsh, these 3 go hard at the ball, hard in the power play. And then of course they have their Steve Smith and Labuschagne. And Steve Smith and Labuschagne, they faced a lot of balls, didn't make a lot of runs. But one thing, they were the middle order stabilizers. So Australia allowed their top 3 to go hard, Smith and Labuschagne to just play their natural game. As you see in the finals, Labuschagne 54 of 110. Most times that's a match losing innings, but given how the others go hard at the top, Steve Smith in the semis, his 30 off like 65 balls. That was very boring, but guess what? He was doing the job. So South Africa, likewise, Quinton de Kock, Rassie van der Dussen, Aiden Markram, Henry Klaasen to put on the final touches. South Africa, they had a brand of cricket when they bat first. Key thing, when they bat first. When South Africa chase, it's abysmal, right? But we're not talking about South Africa chasing. When they bat first, you can see they have a set game plan. Rassie and de Kock to set it up, Markram to help set it up. Then the finishers, the Klaasens, the Millers, the Marco Janssens. New Zealand also, they had a particular style of play, and so you notice the top 4 teams all have a style of play. What does that translate for us, for West Indians? We need to come up with our own style of play. What is it that we are trying to do? We heard Sammy talk about it, that he wants us to build our own brand of cricket, but we need to build our own brand of cricket, and we need to stick to it no matter what. Even with India going down today, they went down sticking to their style of play. South Africa lost in the semi-finals. They went down to their style of play. But all in all, in order to be very consistent, in order to win 8 out of 10 matches, as can be seen by the top 3 teams, you need a consistent style of play. And the third thing, which is very important, the importance of having left-handers in your middle order. I don't know how many of you would watch Jarrod Kimball's podcast, and he keep talking about it. In order to beat this Indian team, you need to get through Jadeja and Kuldeep. And in order to get through Jadeja and Kuldeep, you need middle orders in your you need left-handers in the middle order. So if you look at it, the 2 teams that scored over 250 against India in the round-robin phase were New Zealand and Afghanistan. When Afghanistan scored 270, it was Shahidi who held the middle and who made Jadeja didn't get a wicket. Today it was Travis Head who saw Jadeja. And of course, I even go way back to 2018 when West Indies played that series in India. It was Shimron Hetmyer and Nicholas Pooran who were taking on, Ravi Jadeja and the Kuldeep. So at the end of the day, if you look at it, the importance of having left-handers in your middle in order to get through the spin threat. A lot of teams, they're going to come with a lot of spinners, and they're coming with either left-arm wrist spin, they're coming with left-arm orthodox, or right-arm leg spin through Adam Zampa, Tabraiz Shamsi, whatever. It's going to be wrist spin, or it's going to be quality leg spin, or it's going to be, quality left-arm spin. Orthodox spin. So at the end of the day, importance of your left-handers in the middle. And so of course, West Indies need to establish who are our left-handers throughout the middle period. Of course, Shai Hope is quality. He wants to bat at 4. Many might say he should go back to the top, but he's there at 4, Pooran maybe 5. And we need another left-hander possibly. But the importance of our left-handers in the middle is crucial. So those are my top 3 things that I identified from this World Cup. The home advantage is crazy. The style of play. You notice teams that stick to their consistent style of play, they won at least 7 out of 10 games. Those in the top 4 you can see. And of course the importance of your left-hander in the middle. T20 World Cup, it's coming in the Caribbean right here. So what can West Indies take away from it? I hope we were watching the World Cup, and hopefully we'll be back. West Indies will be back for the 2027 50 over Cricket World Cup. Hopefully by then we're a much improved 50 over team, and also we'll be the T20 champions for 2024. Stay tuned for more.